Welcome back to another episode of the Answers for Everything podcast. Don't forget to like and share on our socials, and if you have any questions that you want us to answer, you're probably just as crazy as we are. But reach out on Instagram at AFE_podcast. That's A as in Apple, F as in Frank, E as in Edward, then the underscore symbol, then the word podcast. So pour yourself a stiff drink and enjoy the show.
Ordered Chinese food.
I did.
What's your favorite stuff?
Well, I got this place called Fenghua. Fenghua, yeah. It's so fucking good. Honey garlic spare ribs and but they're like ginger and they're so good. And they have a really good pork fried rice and like the best spring roll, hands down. So
it's really weird. I'm not really a fan of rice, but when I see the barbecued pork fried rice, I gotta get that shit.
dude, it's so good, right?
Yeah. And then I found out from an Asian friend where they get their pork from. I always thought it was
cats.
No, it's not cat or dog, strangely enough. But it's from, remember the TNT supermarket in Edmonton, the Asian one. So they have like these pork sausages, and apparently that's what they use. They don't use like barbecued pork. They don't cook up pork and barbecue it.
Oh, those cheating bastards!
Yeah, it's like
Chinese tricky.
But it's really good. I can just picture the color.
Is that racist?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, everybody.
Like a good tricky, like a magician.
Yeah, right. Smart.
Yeah,
good at math.
Okay, that might have been a bit racist.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
right.
not tricky like hijacking your phone with a bunch of apps and stuff that you don't.
No,
not like that.
Yeah, and not like Nixon, not like Tricky Dick.
No.
Because he was tricky.
Apparently, I don't know.
Deep Throat, Watergate, boom. That's some Tricky Dick shit. Trickle Dick. Oh, Tricky Dick. Oops.
Do you ever watch Deep Throat porn?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember circa 20 years ago, Heather from iDeepthroat.com? Do you remember her?
No, I don't.
It must be a guy thing. But
must be. I don't remember their names.
Yeah, she was very good.
I'm not really sure.
No. It was just her and her husband. Like she and her husband just set up their own iDeepthroat.com, and then occasionally they invited over a girl once in a while to play along. And
nice.
I haven't heard about her or seen her in years. Really, I haven't really thought about it. And then on Facebook,
right now.
Well, no, on Facebook, like 3 or 4 days ago, somebody posted like when you get woken up and this is the first thing you see. And it's just a picture of Heather with her mouth wide open. I'm like, holy fuck, I haven't seen this girl in 20 years. And then I'm reading through all the comments, and all the comments like, oh my God, my teenage years. Oh my God, my early 20s. This was my go-to. This girl was a queen. What happened to her? And then I went down the rabbit hole and I found out what happened to her. And I don't really want to explain it. I want you others to track it down.
Shit. I'm gonna go down the hole.
From iDeepthroat.com.
Okay,
Heather Harmon, I believe is her name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So there's a little bit of research for you to enjoy your deep throat porn videos.
Is she going to have like her own Netflix special? Is it like something really interesting?
It's not that interesting at all.
Okay.
But I mean, she's still hot. There's pictures of her currently. And she's no longer with her husband. So maybe they invited too many girls into the bedroom. She couldn't handle it, or he couldn't handle it.
Was
or
done.
Something.
Throat was over.
Yeah.
Some days throat just don't do it, I guess. I'm not sure.
So how goes plumbing?
Well, more gas fitting these days than plumbing.
Okay.
Only plumbing I really am doing is like copper piping.
Yeah.
Boilers.
I say like I know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't touch shitters at all. I don't do anything regarding drainage. Oh shit! Hang on. I think it's my Chinese food. Hello, are you here? Okay, the door should be open. You should just be able to push it open. Thank you so much. Okay, bye. Look how polite I am.
If they only knew.
If they only knew. Let's go get the Chinese food. Here.
This is like one of those YouTube videos where you're like, hey, follow me around in my day. Look at me do this.
What a lot of Chinese food.
So did you prepay online or do you prepay or do you pay when you get there?
Because I love it because I can give them cash. Oh shit. Now she's making me go downstairs. Hang on, I gotta get my keys.
Oh no.
Oh God. This is how you don't earn the tip. Get this on the YouTube video. This is bullshit. Write my MLA. I have to go downstairs.
Well, at least you're mobile.
At least I'm mobile, yeah. Hi. Oh. Yeah, this one pushes open. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Oh,
And for you.
Very nice.
Thank you so much. Have a good night. Hi, Elvis. Yeah, I don't dear old Elvis. And that's the hallway of my apartment building.
Oh,
How exciting was that?
very excited. I want to ask you about getting stuff delivered, because we all get Amazon packages. We all get food delivered. Most of us have done food delivery service or something at one point in our lives.
Yes.
When you order your food and they give you a time frame, do you wait patiently in your house, salivating, licking your chops, having your money on the counter, ready to go, or you B, invite a friend over, go in the hot tub, go to Walmart, buy groceries, and then you get a phone call and like, hey, I'm at your house. You're like, oh, you said 40 minutes.
Oh no. No way.
Happens all the time. Oh, you said 35 minutes. Like, yeah, but if you were going to go out shopping, why didn't you just stop by and pick it up?
Yeah. No, I have money ready by the door and I just wait. And I call the restaurant. So what I do is I'll go on Uber, see what I want, because their menus are a lot easier to use and see on Uber. And then I call the restaurant.
Yeah.
It's a hack. And to compare to this place I just ordered from, if I would have ordered through Uber Eats, I would have paid $43.99. Okay.
Yeah.
And apparently if I got this member, I'd have zero delivery fee. I call the restaurant. They have a $6 delivery fee. Let's just put that out there.
Okay.
My total order came to $38. So $5 cheaper with a $6 delivery fee.
Yeah. No, you using third party
is
not the way to go.
It's stupid, right?
I think it was created for the phrase "a fool and his money are soon parted."
Right, as fast as the sun rises, I tell you that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I noticed that you just said you got it delivered to your apartment.
I did.
However,
soon
you won't be living in your apartment.
No, boom, 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 boom. Store became a homeowner. I take possession August 17th. Bam.
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah. That's a pretty big feat for a single mama to be able to buy a home by herself.
Yeah, I'm not a single
no help,
mom, but
no fuck all.
even as a dude, it's not the easiest thing to do.
No, it certainly isn't.
But
traditionally, the jobs that women will go for and take are not necessarily solid career choices that are, mortgage supportable. So, unless they become a nurse, I guess. But thank God for the trades. Jesus, wrenches are buying me a house.
So now you keep thinking about living out here and then living out there. You've made the greatest decision for your financial stability and future than you could have ever had living on the prairies.
Hands down. You want to hear the best part about it. Guess how much I just paid for that house.
How many bedroom, how many bath?
It's 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and it is small. It's 821 square feet. But it's got over an acre of land, a garage, which isn't really big, and it's another outbuilding. There's a little homemade bridge that crosses this little gully because there's a creek that runs through my property.
That's awesome.
You cross this little gully and there's a private little area. You can sit in the trees. There's already a fire pit set up. It's so fucking wicked. And it's just over an acre of land. $135,000. You know what my payments are going to be a fucking month? $842 fucking dollars.
What are you paying rent a month?
Oh, okay. So get this shit. Did I tell you the story about getting $5,000 from fucking religious people? Have I told you this story yet?
Hold on. So they came to you and gave you money, or you went to them and canvassed for money?
No. This is so that I may, be charming and people like me.
I've heard that from people.
It happens.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it, people like me. Anyway, so I was doing this boiler install. Me and the wife had hit it off and we were getting along. And, as we get older, making new friends, when you move somewhere, it's hard. It's not easy, especially post-COVID bullshit. Nobody wants to talk to a stranger anymore. Am I going to go to a fucking bar to pay? You want to be my friend? You know, it's not what's happening. So we hit it off, and we kind of like, oh, we should hang out. And about a week and a half after I was done their boiler job, she'd called me, wanted to know if I wanted to go out for coffee, go rock picking. And I'm like, oh, yeah, sweet. Just like thinking I'm getting this opportunity to have a friend, right?
Yeah.
And she's like a couple years older than me and whatever. Pretty cool chick she seemed like anyway. And they told me that, you know, they were a little bit religious, but they weren't crazy about it. She wasn't like shoving Jesus down my throat, speaking of Heather.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I had to tie that in. Sorry.
Well, I mean, not every Heather's the same. we can only hope.
And so a couple of weeks had gone by. We were hanging out, texting, you know, like every other day, like friend shit and stuff. And so I'm over, we're hanging out, and she's like, I'm about to leave. And she's like, oh, just wait. Dean, her husband, wants to say goodbye to you. And I was like, what the fuck? You know, like, I was waiting for the hammer to drop.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, this old couple
Tell me
wants
about
to fuck up.
your feelings.
I'm so sure of it. Yeah.
Oh,
right,
sorry. I
let's
was thinking
talk
about the
it.
feelings of your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I wasn't thinking of a threesome. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. That's where I was thinking.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah,
obviously.
you're obviously thinking the right way, but not me. I wasn't. I was like, yeah, these guys want to fuck me, obviously.
Oh, fair enough.
So they sit me down, and they're talking about how they're religious and they do tithings and all that shit. And they had just moved here too from Ontario and hadn't really found a church yet. And they'd done well on an investment and were looking to help somebody with some money, no strings attached. And they're like, we have a check with your name on it for $5,000. And at first I'm like, nope, I wasn't taking it. I'm like, nope, no, thank you. And I look at her, Amy, and I'm like, you don't have to give me money. Like, I like you. We're friends. You don't need to give me a fucking check. We're good to go. Right. Like, and they're like, no, take it. Push it on me, push it on my hand. I'm like holding it out like I've got dog shit on my fingers. Like I was like, oh God, don't want this check. And they're like, no, just put it in your pocket. And then she's like, do with it. If you don't want to cash it, don't cash it. If you want to cash it and spend it, I don't give a shit what you do with it. Just, we know that you want to buy a house and we know this about you. And we think that you will do some good with this money. I was like, okay. So I took it and I didn't cash that check. It took me about 2 weeks to cash that check. I talked to everybody that I knew and they're all like, what the fuck? $5,000? Right? And they're like,
does anybody know these people?
No.
Okay.
Nobody knows. Like, nobody knows these people. They just know that some religious fucking zealots just gave me some money. And my one guy's like, well, did you sign anything? I'm like, no. And then I was like, I wasn't going to cash because my boss was like, don't. There's something going on. There's a trick, something. And I'm like, okay. And but then I was at the wholesaler, and like I tell you, I live my life at the wholesaler like a regular at the fucking bar. They all know me. I come in for parts every day, and we talk about shit. So there was this guy there, and I was talking about this money because I'm just like, it's $5,000. Like, who the fuck can really say no to $5,000, right?
Yeah.
So, but it was scaring me because I'm like, fuck, what can they do? And the guy was like, well, did you sign anything? And I'm like, no. He's like, so what's the worst that's going to happen? The check's going to bounce? What are they going to do? Change your phone number, block them? I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, you're fucking right. It's just a check with my name on it. We bank at RBC. He banks at RBC. Okay. So I was like, fuck it, I'll cash it. And I put it in. I put it in my savings account and went through. And so it went all good and cashed it and fine, didn't touch it. And we continue with our friendship. And they have this big, huge house. They have an in-law suite that's empty. Airbnb. She hates it. She wants me to rent the in-law suite.
Yeah.
So, and she was giving it to me for a huge deal, like $1,000 for a 2-bedroom suite. I let go of my lease here at the end of March 31st. Okay. And I said, no, I don't want to re-sign my lease.
Yeah.
So, the first week of July, I was just about to write my Class A gas ticket exam, and they knew it. This chick knew I was about to write the exam. I told her I talked to my kid, and my kid's like, yeah, Ma, fuck Alberta. I want to come back out east. Can you buy me a ticket? You know,
just like you suspected would happen.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. So I text her this, and I'm like, yeah, the kid just called me, and it looks like he's done with Alberta, wants to come back. He'd like to be back in fall. And she texted me back and like, no, like, oh, this is when my kid's going to be home. Like, it wasn't anything concrete. I just was like, yeah, me and the kid just had a conversation. So she's like, oh, I must have opened up a can of worms because Dean says that he's now going to have to charge you more rent. And I'm like, and I messaged her back. I'm like, well, not really much I can say. Sure. I have nowhere else to go. Right. Like, there's a severe, I don't know if it's as bad there as it is here, but there's nowhere to fucking live. They're building them. They don't have them. It's a really serious housing crisis here right now.
Yeah, I've got 2 employees that are brothers, and they have 3 siblings. So there's 5 kids, and the mom and the dad works out of town very, very frequently. And the mom's in school full time to be a nurse. And their landlord just said, oh, hey, we're selling the house. So, you got 60 days till you're out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they had to move into their grandma's house, and they've been living in their grandma's house for like 4 months now. And they
can't find anything.
They took the first thing that was available. It's a nice house in a nice part of town, but it's only got 3 bedrooms for the 6 of them because dad's like gone. So yeah, there's kids sharing. I mean, one kid's going off to university, and then but still,
yeah. I get it.
But it hasn't changed. In 2007, when I moved here, I was living in a hotel because that's what work was paying for at the time.
Yeah.
And then when I decided to buy the restaurant, and when I was allowed to buy the restaurant, I had to find a place to live. And it took 4 months of me looking for a place to live for rent, and nothing was available other than something like 45 kilometers away on an acreage, 40 kilometers away on an acreage.
And ridiculous.
I was at the point where I was even asking the real estate agents, like, can you keep your ear open? Can you find out if people are renting basement suites or something? We need 2 bedrooms.
Something.
Yeah. And 2 weeks before I was moving out here, like my rent was already done in Abbotsford. My U-Haul was being packed up, and I was like, I have no fucking place to live. I'm going to be living at a $150 a night hotel for months and months and months. And we got the only thing available.
Unreal. I don't believe. Yeah, I don't doubt it. So I was panicking because I'm like, I'm now officially homeless as of September 1st. I've got nowhere to fucking live. I start making calls. My boss knows everybody. Now I'm finding rents because I was now looking for a 2-bedroom apartment, $2,500 a month.
Holy fuck!
Oh fuck! So right now I'm currently paying $1,480 a month, and it's a shithole. Like, it's not bad, and I'm on the top floor, but it's tiny. It's hot. There's no AC. There's no dishwasher. It's just.
Well, you're female, so it's got a dishwasher, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This dishwasher.
That's right.
It's a 2-finger dishwasher.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
So I get a hold of them, and I'm like, listen, I kind of got screwed out of the place I was supposed to take over. Can I maybe look at re-signing my lease? Because I was I was wanting to buy a home, but I really wasn't ready to jump until spring because I didn't want to buy something before winter. Because I'm at the really base entry level for the housing market. So you're not usually getting something that's overtly livable, or there's something wrong with it that needs to be fixed before it's habitable, right?
And moving in winter sucks ass.
Yeah, right. So I was looking at moving in spring. And so I'm getting all these calls. Now I'm looking at living an hour outside of Halifax for $1,950 a month. And I'm just like, how the fuck am I going to afford this? And my boss sent me a listing. And it was his house for $200,000. And I'm like, oh man. I said, do you even think it's a good time to buy right now? The interest rate's fucked. Yeah. And he's like, look at the payment on it. He's like, it's not gonna be $1,950 fucking dollars a month. And I'm like, oh shit, you're right. Because it was like about $1,300 a month.
Yeah.
Even with the interest rate. So I'm like, fuck it. He's like, call this mortgage broker. You've been here damn near 2 years, because that's what held me back the last time I tried to buy, was that they wanted me at my job for 2 years. So literally a month away from 2 years. I'm not going anywhere. He gave me his mortgage broker that's dealt with all of his houses. And we get it going. And she's like, gets me pre-approved for $200,000. And I'm like, okay, sweet. Okay, we're doing good.
Yeah.
And then the house that I was looking at that my boss had sent me, we just got major flooding. Nova Scotia just got fucked again.
I saw a couple of videos of guys jumping off baseball diamonds into 8 feet of water down below.
And 4 people just lost their lives getting washed into a bank. Parents had to watch their 4 children get washed away in a fucking river. Could you even imagine? I'd swallow a revolver. No way. I wouldn't survive it. So the house that I was looking at got damaged in this flood and was removed from the market. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to take this 1,900 and whatever a month apartment, and I'm freaking out because I'm like, how am I gonna afford this? And then this other property came up, and it was for $130,000, and I was like,
that's a huge difference.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's gonna be a bag of shit. Fuck. But I'm like, I'm at a point right now where when I was looking at the pictures, I was like, oh, the roof line actually looks good, nice, crisp, and straight. Okay, that's fixable because was looking for a fixer-upper, right? Like I want to use my construction skills and my spare time. Like, fuck, what am I doing sitting and watching TV at night? I'd rather be investing in myself if I can be. So I get a viewing. It's literally happened like fucking Thursday. I get the viewing Thursday. There's another, we were told that Wednesday night that there was another offer on the table for this property, but they're giving it until 5 p.m. on the 27th to look at the offer. And so we had some time. And so we had the viewing at 10:30 a.m. I looked at the property, fell in love with it. I was like, oh my, there's...
It's not even the house, right?
It was the property. Yeah, it's mint. Over an acre, and I'm about 45 minutes to an hour out of Halifax, which isn't bad because I'm closer to my boss, which is good for work. And I don't pay for my gas for work, so I don't give a shit. And so I do the viewing. I submit an offer. I say, because I did the inspection and I know I'm going to change out. Like, I don't care if the plumbing's fucked. I don't care if the heating's fucked.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I can do this shit for a song and a dance. And so there's just a couple of places that I got to level up in the house. And I could live in it right now with 2 crooked floors. I really could. It works. And I put down an offer for 135 and it got accepted. And like, I take possession, August 17th. So it fucking awesome. Went. Yeah, it went. I can't even believe it. The whole reason why I gave up everything, friends, family, lost my mom in the process. Fucking here I am. Can't believe I did it. When it came through, I cried like a bitch for like an hour and a half, man.
Do you want me to cut that out so you can appear to be a strong, stoic woman? or do you want to leave that to show Dora's sensitive?
Dora's got some sensitive sides to her, right?
Okay.
Just 2. And that's if I stub a toe. That's it, right?
All right.
Yeah.
And when you buy a house, right?
So, and when it gets me all worked up. Oh, McClem.
You're going to stub your toe a lot more than you're going to buy houses. So you're still safe.
Tell me about it. Well, and what I love about this property is that if I don't like how the renovation's going, I could literally just swap out. Like, I did the math. I could spend about $3,500, change out the septic tank, spend another $3,500, change out the heating system. I could easily sell that property for $225, $250, and not do shit to the house.
But you won't have to.
I don't think so. I don't think I will. Because how I want to renovate it, because now my plan is I'm going to go get a $50,000 loan, which would still put my purchase point at under 200 at 185,000.
Yeah.
Which, my mortgage payments are $842 and the 50 grand is like $416 a month. It's still, those 2 payments are cheaper
than my
rent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just investing in me. And now it's mine and me.
Good. That's awesome.
God, I love it.
I'm super jealous of that. Like, we have a fire pit in our backyard here, but I would love it not to be 15 feet away from a neighbor's window.
Right. And that's what I love too. Like, I had other opportunities to be in town and for like a $200,000. There was a $200,000 duplex, but it was shit inside. And it was so tight. Like, I live too long in rural Alberta to want to fucking be on top of my neighbor, like, that's worth its weight in gold for me. The property is mint, super private, super mature trees. I love that there's a little creek going through it. It was always on my wish list.
Pit? I'm happy.
Yeah, 2 fire pits.
Oh,
that's how this bitch roll. I got an acre, baby. I could have 7 fire pits.
Why would they have 2? Like, I don't.
Because one is on this side of the creek, and then you cross the bridge to the private fire pit.
Okay, sure. Why not? I thought maybe based off of wind or weather or.
I don't know. I haven't lived there yet. I don't know. We're gonna figure this out.
Maybe there was an older one, and then they built a better one.
There's an old creepy fucking well though that I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm pretty sure it's a portal to hell, but I'll figure it out. Because everything's so old in Nova Scotia, right? Like, Alberta's young. These guys have been living here and building shit since the 1700s, you know?
So it's just a derelict well?
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck to do with it.
I'm
we'll
just
see
thinking,
if I get night terrors. We'll see what happens.
You should get some sort of like recording plane device and throw it down there that's like, help me with your son's name on it and be like, hey buddy, I was out here and I fucking heard something. I need confirmation that this is what I heard. And bring him to the pit or to the well and let him listen to it. It says his name. It says help me. Just see if your kid will freak the fuck out.
Oh my fucking God, that's amazing. I'm doing that.
You got to do it on some sort of raft. You don't know if it's going to fall in water when it hits the bottom. Right
See, and you know what's great is that so my kid gets here August 26th.
Yeah.
I got like 9 days to set this up. First night at the property, scared the fuck out of him. He was like, I'm going back there.
I don't want to live here. I don't want to live here. I don't want to live here.
I do like dad now.
What's the outbuilding? There's another, like, what is it, like an old like workshop or?
It's kind of like where, so there's like a garage and then there's a little workspace beside this little garage. This is like a little shack. It's cute. But it's like a little outbuilding, I think, where they were storing outdoor equipment because I've seen a lawnmower and stuff in there. There's a little shed. But like what I always have dreamed about, I don't know if I've talked about you, that it's my love for tree houses. And I now have beautiful mature trees, perfect stands. I already have 2 ideal spots. I can build a tree house, man.
That's
and
awesome.
it kills me. I just love it. Like big old trees. I got the trees on my lot are like 1.5 feet wide. Like I got old trees. Yeah, you know.
I've got 3 babies in my yard. They sprouted from the neighbor's tree. I got 2 growing next to my shed, and then one
Those are
growing
called
next,
suckers.
and then one growing next to my kid's playhouse. But I mean, I kept chopping them down. I kept mowing over top of them, and then finally I just said, "Fuck it, I'm letting them grow." Because why the fuck not? I'm not going to be here forever. I just have to get rid of the one right next to the shed because I don't want it to uproot the bottom of the shed.
Right.
Because it's going to get big. The neighbor's trees are huge, 20, 30 years old, right? They're massive.
Yeah, they're massive. Yeah.
I don't understand why my house is like the houses on this side of the fence line just don't have those trees, but all the ones on the other side do. It's like, go fuck yourself. Like, why do you get all the good shit? No, I'm getting it. I just can't plan where they're growing. They're just randomly.
Like, shit, now I don't get to decide.
Yeah. Not even the middle.
Some weird boulders in the sand. I'm going to kill my cat here right away, and you're going to witness it on.
I'm not a fan of cats, so go crazy.
I'm getting that way too. They might not survive the move. They got lost. I swear to God, Devin. I don't know what happened to them. They ran away when they got to the new house. Fuck.
So I got some questions for you in regards to plumbing.
Yes.
Are you ready? Drano. Is it good or bad?
Liquid or powder?
The little granules of the silver shit.
Bad.
Really bad?
So bad, yes.
So,
depending, it can eat through the piping if you don't use it properly. It's so weirdly corrosive, and it's got oh shit. Oh, I can't even think about it right now. When you put nails in a grenade, what the fuck is that called?
I don't know. Thermite?
Oh my God, no shit. Shrapnel.
All right.
It comes with powder with shrapnel, okay? Because it incurs this reaction and shoots the fucking metal. It's so bad. So bad.
How about the best thing to get hair out of a drain?
You go to your plumbing wholesaler and they got this shit called Klingon. Literally, it's called KLING-ON.
Okay.
Or there's a brand called Strike. That shit is toxic. Like,
what is it? It just disintegrates the hair?
Absolutely. Yep. It's designed for it. They're the only stronger that you can get at like a Home Depot is like the liquid plumber that's designed for the hair. But you gotta go get to the plumbing wholesaler where they sell you the good shit.
Because I saw these things. I don't have a hair problem in my drains that I know of. I pull occasional hair out of my sink up top where I brush my hair. But I saw this thing at Home Hardware, and it looks like a little twisty gun with like a whisk on the bottom.
Oh, gross.
And I was like, so I'm going to put that down there and pull the hair up, but then what am I going to do with the hair?
Throw it out. You throw the whole fucking thing away. You're like, it's probably $40 fucking too.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's like, do they do refills of this little twisty thing?
Oh my God, you don't even want to know what I do to get hair out of the drain. I'm like such a savage when it comes to it. If I got popsicle sticks, I usually got some kind of ice cream treat or popsicle treat in my freezer at all times.
Yeah.
I'll fucking cut it down and make like a weird Blair Witch fork out of a popsicle stick, shove it down the drain, and I just start twisting it like the most disgusting spaghetti you've ever seen. I pull it all out and I throw it away.
Yeah,
Doesn't cost me a fucking dime.
Yeah, that's what that weird little twisty gun thing is little bristles on the bottom that catch in here. But the popsicle stick.
The weirdest mascara brush you ever fucking seen.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. But like super long.
They're shitty. Don't use them. Just splinter up a popsicle stick and shove her down there and twist. You'd be good to go.
So my bathtub drain upstairs. You know how there's like that little the silver thing in the drain that has like a cross piece on it?
Strainer,
right. And one day the strainer just wasn't there. It was all sheared off on. So over time, I don't know what disintegrated it, but it was just gone. And then my bathtub.
Do you have any water damage downstairs?
Well, I kept looking downstairs to see if things were being blocked and being overflowed, and nothing. And it took about 6 months, and then it just flowed because I was filling up the bathtub or the shower and it wasn't draining very well. I'm like, fuck, I should call a plumber. And then one day it just drained. So I think that piece finally shot through and left.
So probably two things. And I can't even remember. Do you have a lot of trees? Like, would anything blocking your vents? Because venting is very important to plumbing too, everybody, just so you know.
No, we
don't got
trees.
air.
My neighbors do, like 30 feet away, but the right in front of my house.
So it's not like you'd have like squirrels that would jump and live on your roof, because sometimes they like to crawl down there and live. So, yep, sounds like you finally passed your piece. The house passed its kidney stone, and now you got drainage.
But I can't take my drain up top. I can't get it out. Like, there's nothing that is strong enough for me to unscrew that fucking metal piece to put a new plug in, like a new cross piece.
So they do make it. It's called a tub wrench, and it's like a silver fork thing that you put a pipe wrench on it, and that's how you crank it out.
Because
you'd have to buy like 3 things.
Oh, my fucking kid likes to bring toys in the bath. I'm like, can you not bring any toys? Because there's nothing to stop shit from going down there.
You can pick up that drop-in piece. There's a strainer that looks like a fucking sieve.
Yeah.
You put that in there.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And you just remove it after the bath, so that nothing's going down there. Good luck to you, my friend.
I know. Fucking. Oh, I need to have a shower. Can I bring my Matchbox and my Hot Wheels? No. I'm having a shower. It should take you 4 minutes and you're done. What the fuck are you bringing toys in there for?
Right. Like, adults bring shower beers. Is how different.
I was gonna say. I get the shower beer, but that you're not putting the can down the drain. I get shower Oreos. I get that. Shower Pop-Tarts. Sure, why not? But
why not?
You're not putting any of that shit down the drain.
Yeah, you're going to get it all in the mouth first. This crumb's going down there, right?
Or are you getting the wrapper, the little silver
you're just like
silver foil
it up.
Get a garbage
beer pong with your tub. You're like, let's kind of get it in there.
Get a garbage disposal installed in your shower.
That'd be fucking terrible.
That would be awful.
My hand up. Yeah. I was just reaching for the plug. And you're like, oh no, my stump.
Yeah.
Now I'm an amputee. Well, tell your child not to put shit down the drain that's not supposed to go there. Just poop and pee and water and paper.
We try not to poop down the drain of the shower.
Well, it does happen. If some kids shit in the tub, it's the same diff.
I mean, I've done it when I was sick. I would be in the shower and I sneezed and I just felt it running. And I was like, oh, fuck off. I was like,
that's different.
It was a couple days of pain a few years ago. And I'm glad I was in the shower when I sneezed. I'll tell you that much. In my car. Oh, no.
Oh, no. You're like that. Good luck to the poor bitch detailing that. That'd be caught.
That'd be me because I don't detail it. I don't wash it. I don't see the point.
That guy.
Yeah, in the
what?
Yeah,
it's you gotta polish your prints. That's what are you doing?
No, it's just so windy here that as soon as you clean it or wash it, dust just covers on top of it.
Yeah, it's been pretty windy. Hey, we've been getting this year. I don't know if it's just me, but man, it just seems that weather is such an extreme. I especially out here, like we went from burning and now we're fucking flooding, and it's like now we're in a heat wave. Fuck. And the humidity out here is just killing me, man.
I think our heat wave is done. Everything is done. It's normal, like 21 degrees here right now, so it's on the lower end.
I wish. We're just getting overcast right now. It's looking like we might get some rain again. So, but it's still like fucking 29 degrees, 37 degrees with the humidex.
No, I'm gonna fuck that.
Straight bullshit.
I'm not a fan. No. I couldn't live in Florida. I couldn't live in the Caribbean unless I had air conditioning. Then I'd be fine.
honestly, last year, August was the worst month. July is now the worst. It was the worst for humidity, but so we'll see what August brings. But I guess I'll have to cry about it in my new house.
That's right. First things first, air conditioner. Unless it already has one.
No. It does not. It has oak paneling, floor to ceiling oak paneling. There's so much.
Oh, wow.
There's so much shit to do. But you know what? I love it. I think it's awesome. I've never had a space to create at my own, where going, oh shit, as a landlord, like I've got to ask nobody shit. I want to put a skull on the wall. I'm going to put 10 skulls on that fucking wall. And I love it. So
build a 5th fire pit, a 6th, a 7th. Fuck you.
Yep, that's right. Signal fires. Fuck it. Landing strip. There's going to be an airport at my house.
Well,
East Walton, party at East Walton.
Do you have enough space for a landing strip, you think?
How my lawn goes, like I've got lots of bush, but like where they kind of it's kind of like a weird strip. It looks like it could have like a little camping tent out festival in my yard. I love it. I've got so much land. I don't know what to do with it.
Well, I'm
gonna have to buy a lawn. I'm gonna have to buy a riding lawnmower and fucking get loaded and just drive drunk on my lawn. Shitty lines everywhere. Piss off all the fucking crazy men. Yum.
Is that how do they have a riding lawnmower on their property? Or do you think they push mower?
No, I'd have to. It was a push mower that I found on there.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. If there's a hill,
yeah,
I need a riding lawnmower. So yeah, that's a lot. And like I plan on getting a couple of quotes as soon as I take possession. I got to go there on Monday and get the water sample done, and that's about it. And then get some quotes in because I want to see about because it's an old home. Like it was built in the 1930s. And the floors, it's like 7-foot fucking ceilings. But like the old furnace had like huge, like old furnaces, they're called gravity furnaces. And they're huge ducts like are 14, 16 inches wide. So I think they're this wide. Like this floor is ridiculous. So I think I can get the height that I want by taking out, I'm going to completely redo the heating system, get off oil and go to gas and bring it into the 21st century. And yeah, I have so many plans for it. It's so awesome to have these plans,
and actually be able to do it.
Yes,
be able to afford it and not have to worry about anybody else but
yourself.
Yes,
I know. God, it's so nice. All I got to do is just worry about my, child. Fuck, man. 20 years old, still needs money from mama. But I told him he can get his ass back here and he can work for me, help me with the renos, and do school online. Or he's learning how to drive and go get a goddamn job because that's about it. I said if he's really good, I'd build him a treehouse too.
with a connecting walkway, of course.
Fuck that. He's going to go across the street. He's going to be across the gully. That secret camping spot's mine.
With a fucking zip line.
I could fucking do a zip line.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You're smart, man.
Not really.
That's
really.
why I like you. That's why we get along.
So how much money do you think you're going to spend on your tree houses? Have you seen J.K. Rowling's tree houses?
No.
Google that right now.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Let me use my second phone.
Oh, look at you. Baller.
My phone. Baller. Yeah, well. One work phone. Okay, hang on. J.K. Rowling treehouse?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, when you have $1 billion, you can do whatever you want. And she certainly did whatever she wanted.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up.
Yep. Fucking cool, right? She has her own like
fucking
enchanted
fancy Ewok village. I love it.
She has her own enchanted forest Ewok village in her backyard.
God, love that woman.
Right?
That's awesome. Well, I'm not spending that much.
So on your budget is, slightly less than her $1 billion budget.
Like I might be scouring back alleys for free pallets. That's kind of shit.
That's
repurposing.
Fine.
Yeah, whatever.
I had a treehouse as a kid. My grandpa built it over top of 2 peach trees.
Ooh.
So the peach trees weren't big oaks or anything like that, but yeah, the ladder started at the bottom of one peach tree and worked its way up to the top of the other peach tree. And the treehouse, it had four 4 posts in the ground to obviously support it. The peach trees wouldn't be enough.
No.
And there was 3 windows in it. And we put a curtain for a door, and the 3 windows were cut at different heights based off of my cousin and I being the same height. And then his sister was a little bit shorter than my sister was the shortest.
Oh my God.
Over time, the windows became useless because we became taller. I don't even remember the last time I ever used it. I mean, it's probably not there anymore because the house was bought and sold, 30 years ago.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
No, I have some grand ideas because I have some pretty good solid building skills, and I would love to put indoor plumbing in one. I have a thing about a shitter in a tree. I don't know what it is. I want one, and it's possible. I can make it work. I can make it happen. So I don't know. We'll see.
A fire pole?
Yes.
Obviously.
I always wanted one of those bike chain lifts, those elevators. You just pedal the bike and just
oh shit! Look up my Pet Monster treehouse.
Okay, here we go. Hang on, I'm not that fast of a typer. My pet oh.
Well, I mean, you know the theme song.
No, I don't.
You just said my pet monster.
Oh,
and that is it. I don't know if it'll.
I guess I did. That's hilarious.
I'm trying to Google it here, and I can't find. There was a bike ramp. They had their bikes in the treehouse, and then they did one of the switches and a little tiny, not a drawbridge, but like the back door of like a military plane that has the cargo plane. Right. They had that.
That's amazing.
I wonder if you could see it in the intro.
I don't know. I'm trying to see what I can figure out here.
I'm just looking up the My Pet Monster episode, and I'm gonna play the first 30 seconds one. Hopefully, it'll be the theme song because it's the 80s, and if you didn't have a theme song,
that was it.
Remembered. Had to have a theme song.
Oh my God! Now you're gonna make me watch it.
Are you watching it?
I don't know. I'm gonna right now on my phone, on my other phone. Oh, I got an ad. Hang on.
So yeah, I got a monster. High-fiving a bunch of kids.
Ooh, you can't do that these days.
No.
Oh, yeah. Snapping.
Yep.
Good God. How did I sing this? The logo's so good. I did the
know.
theme perfect.
It was amazing.
Oh, kids are just high-fiving now.
He used to eat garbage. I forgot about that.
I forgot about that. Oh my God. I can't even. It's been so long.
Did you watch this as a kid? Yeah.
Yes. This is killing me. I kind of forgot about it.
The intro doesn't show their treehouse.
How dare they?
Motherfuckers. Sorry, mother truckers.
Mother truckers. I just remember the toy, which was cool. I wanted one and I didn't get it. Wow. Yeah, there's what was the Big Pet Monsters deal?
Beaster. He was a bad guy. And that's just
all this shit. You're so smart.
No, I just wasted a lot of youth watching cartoons and TV.
I did too, but I just didn't retain them.
I only had 2 channels. You had to learn it inside out.
Right?
2 fucking channels. If you want to know what we watch on Tuesday at 8 p.m., everybody knew. It was MASH.
I remember there was this called MASH, and I remember coming home and it was like, okay, I'm putting this pause to My Pet Monster.
Yeah.
By My Pet Monster. So, Facts of Life. It was always this show called Inside Edition that I would watch.
Oh, the Inside Edition. Yeah.
And then there was some Facts of Life. I always had to do some Facts of Life, which was followed then by, I think after Facts of Life, then that was like Wheel of Fortune time and Jeopardy. So we were watching that back in the day too.
I watched Wheel of Fortune a lot. I didn't watch Jeopardy as much until I got older, and I realized it's a much better educational.
It's good. Yeah. Exactly. I always enjoyed Jeopardy. I was pretty good at trivia, so I was like, oh, I love it.
You see Pat Sajak is retiring?
Yes. Well, it's about time. Like,
did you see
the man
that?
Put in his time.
Did you see Vanna White wants to stay on, and she's asked for like an $18 million a year raise? I don't think anybody has a heart to tell her that the letters don't need to be turned by her anymore.
Yeah. This is what happens when the technology AI takes over.
Or she could just take over as host. I don't see a problem with that.
See, I think that would be cool. Like, I think Vanna's put in her time. I think she has earned the right to be a host. The future is female. I keep hearing this, so here we are.
Anyway,
maybe it is Vanna's time. After
your Jeopardy.
Yes. After that, what the hell would it be? Well, it was always MASH at supper. MASH was always on at supper. Then ITV News before Global was around. And then, I don't know. That was about it. I don't think I was allowed to watch any more TV after that.
Growing Pains, Who's the Boss?
Oh, yeah. Growing Pains was
Head of the
Family
Class.
Ties.
Family
Family
Ties.
Ties was
Hogan
good.
Family.
Yeah. There was...
and then TGI Friday with all your Urkels and your step by step.
What was the one where the little girl was like the robot?
Oh, that's Small Wonder.
That's it. I love that one.
Yeah, the dad built the robot and Jamie was the son and Vicky was the robot. Not that I know these things. Not that I know these things.
There was this other show I would watch if I was sick in the morning, and it was called Today's Special.
Oh, yeah.
Say it loud and clear. I'll never forget that one. And that was where the male mannequin came to life. Wow.
I can tell you some neat little facts about Today's Special. Do you remember the mannequin?
I love it.
Jeff?
Yes. Jeff, yes. With his little beanie hat and his curly hair. Love that man.
Was the Phantom of the Opera on the Phantom of the Opera that I saw in Vancouver in like 1992-ish. He was the lead in the Broadway production of Phantom of the Opera.
That's cool.
Yep, that's fucked up.
That is fucked up. Mannequin to a phantom. Not many can say that.
I wonder what he's doing now.
Porn.
No,
he's
hopefully
doing phantom porn. You know,
he's like, on the Heather.
He's now Deep Throat. Yeah, sorry. Now it's JeffDeepThroat.com.
and I saw Debbie. Was it Debbie Gibson in Greece? I think Debbie Gibson was Rizzo.
She performing?
Yeah, in that I saw a performance of Grease.
Oh,
Sally Struthers was one of the principal whatever, and I think Debbie Gibson was Rizzo. It's been a while.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see Debbie Gibson. Oh my God, this stupid holder thing. And I'm like, don't know how to get it to stop rotating on me. There we go.
There we
We'll
go.
see if that works. We'll see.
I would go see a retro concert. Debbie Gibson.
Yeah.
Tiffany, New Kids on the Block.
Tiffany? Only if they wore the same shit that they fucking wore back in the day.
They had to. Yeah, fucking. I'm not going to
it.
Modern day. Fuck that.
I want to see Acid Wash. I want to see Tiffany's fucking tall skirt thing that she wore over pants. Like, fuck.
If any one of them comes out and says, "Hey, this is a new song that I just wrote," I want to be like,
Boo!
"No, that's not real." I think we're alone now. Hanging tough. Just stay with the program.
That's it.
I'm not here for whatever fucking you wrote now. I don't care.
I don't care about your creativity.
Yeah.
Gross. Yeah. I'm not paying for this shit.
Give me the bubblegum shit.
I want to hear Freebird.
Yeah. Bubblegum shit that was written for you. Now go perform it like a little monkey.
Yeah.
Go.
And that's why I'm paying $1 million for a ticket. Can't believe the cost of concert tickets these days. Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Nobody wants to enjoy music anymore.
Only like 3 or 4 years ago, I went and saw Aqua. So Aqua played in Edmonton at the casino. Do you remember Wigfield?
Yes.
Wigfield, Aqua, and Prozac. Like that's a early to mid 2000s. Let's do it. And it was tickets were like $180 for 2 tickets.
Holy fuck. Yep.
So $90 a ticket for who I thought were awesome.
Yes.
And now you can't. There's no fucking way. Like I think Blink 182 just came through Edmonton. It was like 300 and something for the lowest price ticket.
Well, have you heard of Steel Panther? Have you ever heard of Steel Panther?
Yeah.
So Steel Panther is playing in Halifax.
Okay.
And I had to buy tickets. I was just introduced to Steel Panther last year, and fuck do I love them. They're so funny. Chinese Hooker is my favorite song of all time. Love it. And $188 fucking I paid for one ticket just to go see it because I wanted the VIP. It does come with an 80s rocker wig. So
nothing wrong with that.
And an armband and a sweatband. So
and let me guess, your own private entrance. They offer that. You get your own private entrance. I'm like,
and then I get to go in early. Yeah.
Okay.
So I spent that, but it's like, it's not even like it's playing at a bar, you know?
Yeah.
That's how crazy it is. You know, it's $188 fucking dollars. And I'm only spending it because I wanted the experience and I didn't know I was going to buy a house. Yeah. So now it's going to be my celebration dance. It's Steel Panther.
You're going to hate this because I hate it to my core. U2 is my favorite band.
Yes.
And they are not touring right now, but they are doing a Las Vegas residency, like 16 shows. That's it. So they're not staying long. They're just doing, and it's the new
crazy
MSG Sphere. Have you seen videos of that yet?
Yes. So that's why you're going to the Sphere.
Yeah, they're doing their inaugural. Is that a word?
Inaugural.
Inaugural. There we go.
It should have been inaugural.
Yeah,
They fucked up.
Yeah, fuck them. I'm changing the title of this episode is
Inaugurable.
Done.
Yep, love it.
So yeah, they're
You
doing
inaugurable bastard. I love it.
inaugural of the MSG Spheres. They're taking over the Sphere for 3 months and doing 16 shows. And
Cool.
a band like U2 usually does 180 shows in a tour. So if you can imagine,
Holy shit.
yeah, they'll tour the world and do 180 shows in 2.5
That's
years.
insane. That's
So
insane.
if you can imagine 180, 60,000 stadium, like seating capacity, all those fans want to see them in a 20,000, 16 only shows. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
God.
So
Yeah, how much?
Ticketmaster jammed the biggest, fucking spiciest, most angular dildo up all of our asses and said, "Hey,
Ooh.
you want these tickets? Here's how much we think they're worth, and this is how much you're going to pay." And most of them, you couldn't get a ticket. It was sold out. Like even as a fan club member, I wasn't able to get tickets in 2 pre-sales. Yeah, sorry, you're a fan club member. You're paying for it. You get first crack. There's nothing available. All right, cool.
What?
So
Where
I had
the
to buy.
fuck do they go? Like, who buys them that fast?
Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster
Yeah,
holds them.
So they resell them, yeah.
And they sell them the next day as platinum pricing at like 10 times the cost.
So fucking dumb.
So yeah, they partnered up with the Venetian and said, "Hey, if you want one of these U2 tickets, you get 2 nights of the Venetian and 1 show on whatever date you pick, and it's $1,700 US." Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And I still have
Oh
to
my
fly to
God.
get there. I still have to fly to get there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
mean-
know you love it, and I know it'll be a worthwhile experience, but holy fuck, like, I just don't understand anymore. Like, this whole capitalist model is just, where does it end? Like, where did we get to a point where it's like, I don't know, it's only the rich people that are ever going to keep getting fucking rich,
Oh, absolutely.
you know? And it's a fucked up thing where it's like now shareholders, the supply demand model that Ticketmaster is taking on, it's a new form of control. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it sucks because like if you're only in this certain echelon, you can have this accessibility
Yeah.
to that, you know, which great for you if you're able to work hard enough to get there, and good for you that you can do it.
Or you
But it's
lucked
just
out.
kind of, or you lucked out, yeah. And like, it's just kind of shitty that, you know, back in the day where you can go to a concert for fucking $30, anybody could go.
Yeah.
Anybody could enjoy the music. Everybody had that accessibility.
Yeah, but
And now it's like, what? So is entertainment just a rich man's sport now? Like, what the fuck? No wonder we pirate everything. No shit, I steal everything online. Yeah, I said it, FBI. Come fucking get me. You know, yeah.
Well, that's
Like,
why
I
it's so
stream.
expensive. They're not making money off anything. They don't make money off selling an album. Albums don't cost anything. They don't get a
That's
fucking
right.
nickel anymore. They put out a new album. People are like, all right, cool. I might download 1 song, but maybe.
Yeah, I'm
So
paying
they have-
$1.29. That's it. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
they have to make their money. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
merchandise and touring is the only way for them to make money now. So that's why it has to be the price it is.
Ugh, gross.
It's
Gross.
the Venetian's a great hotel. I have spent time there before.
I haven't been to that one yet.
The room is beautiful. It's amazing. I only got an upgrade there last time. That's why it was so nice.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, they didn't have my room ready in time, and I had to go see a Cirque du Soleil show. So yeah, they said, okay, we're just gonna put you up in this room for the night, and we're sorry that your room's late. We went up there, and it was like 2-bedroom, a full bar, like not just a little bar, but a full bar. I remember a fax machine. It was on like
Wow.
28th floor, is massive. There's a fucking fax machine in the living room, and one in the bedroom was like, who the fuck is faxing? Anyway,
Number one, who is faxing?
yeah.
I'd be
like-
faxing right from the living room to the bedroom, like room service.
But yeah, so
Hit
that's
the bar.
it's a nice hotel. It's my favorite band. It's my favorite album from the band. They're doing like an anniversary tour.
Oh, which one?
Achtung Baby from like 1991.
Oh yeah, Joshua Tree is my favorite one, but that's me. I'm old
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, so favorite album, don't want to miss it.
That's
Kind
cool.
of wish, yeah. But I mean, it's paid for and it's forgotten about.
And that's why you put in the hours, right? You slog.
Yeah.
That's what you
Um,
do it for.
I've
Yeah.
got some people at work who are like looking at going to Vegas, and they're like, "Oh my god, the flights are so cheap these days." And I'm looking at it, I go, "Oh yeah, you should look at hotel prices. They're like, why? I go, Madonna's there, U2's there, then NASCAR's there, and then Kylie Minogue's there, all within that 3-month period. That's
Oh
why
shit.
even places like New York are like 265 a night on a Wednesday.
What?
Yeah. So anything on the strip,
No. Oh,
yeah,
yeah, you're paying it. Yeah.
because they know that there's
Oh
going to be a
my
lot of people
God.
in town during that 3-month period.
Yeah, and the supply and demand.
Yeah.
You want it, it's gonna cost you if you want it.
And that's my life.
Story of my life.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good life. I like that. I'm looking forward to seeing videos. This sphere thing is fucking weird and cool. I don't know what to think about it yet.
Yeah.
I'm happy I don't live in Vegas because I don't know if I'd want to stare at it. I don't know if that was a Photoshop image.
The
of what
eyeball?
that was being that we have.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's the outside of it. Can you imagine the inside
That's
where the actual
fucked
concert is?
up. Yeah, that's fucked up. It's gonna be so cool.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, it's a small price to pay for a crazy. You could have spent $250,000 and died in a fucking tube under the ocean, under by the Titanic. So
What the fuck, right? Yeah.
different strokes for different folks, right?
Also, I don't drink like most people do out here. Like the money that goes to drinking is so astronomically mind-boggling that I'm just glad I don't do it.
And like when I went to Vegas too, like everyone's like, "Oh, you're gonna spend this amount of money," and I'm like, "No, I want to go home." I did sightseeing because I don't gamble.
Yeah,
like,
me neither.
I think I put like $20 in the machine. That was about it because
That's
I
what I do.
can't handle it.
That's what I do.
I'm
Once
like,
I do
"Ah!"
one $20 US
That's it.
bill in one machine, and then I'm done
Yep.
gambling.
And then I'm done. Yeah, me too. And then I just go eat at the cool places. That's
Yep.
what I liked. And I don't drink either because the thing too, like when I was there, that was a long time ago, like shit, 10 years ago. And I just remember a single highball was like $12.50
Yeah.
American.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
Like,
thanks.
For
Sure.
a single. I was like, oh, that stops right there. That's
Yeah.
Dora's one and only screwdriver. Until I did find the Slurpee outlets where they just put straight grain alcohol in the slushy.
Yeah.
That
Way
was
to go.
cheaper. That was about it though. But that was just one day because it didn't like being hung over in fucking 42-degree heat. It was like the worst. So yeah. Vegas wasn't that expensive for me either. But now with the sphere thing, because like I didn't know about this until you told me about it. So I talking to my kid, and now I might have to say it's his 22nd birthday because I didn't know I was gonna buy a fucking house. But
Yeah.
I told him, I said, what a perfect trip for his 21st birthday. Because he's never been that way, and he's always
Vegas is
blah,
cool,
blah, blah.
man. I could walk up and
Vegas
down the
is cool.
strip all day and all
Yeah.
night and be entertained. I fucking love it. I think it's beautiful. It's wonderful. But I don't have to
It's a good
spend
spot.
I don't have to spend money walking up and down the strip.
That's right.
Right?
Exactly. I'm the same way. I like looking at shit.
Yeah.
Hit up some Area 51, you know.
Well, I mean, we drove that way. We saw the signs. We drove to Vegas one year, and on the way back, we drove through that part of the desert. Nothing happened.
Cool.
We didn't
No.
drive. We didn't drive down the road where it says "Do not drive down this road" because we took pictures of the sign, and it's like authorized use of excessive force permitted if you cross this line. So we're looking at each other, and we're like, "Nah, let's go home."
Do you really want to challenge the American government
Yeah.
into shooting people when they said that they will?
Yeah. You're
That's
kidding.
like whenever, yeah, they're like, oh yeah, please cross. So there's just one sniper just waiting. They're like, please, one day there's gonna be one dumb jackass.
Oh, there will
Like
be.
when they were gonna storm fucking Area 51. Jesus Christ, the stupidest fucking movement ever. Like, oh, I almost left there.
No.
But the dumbest moment of all time. Oh, let's go raid Area 51. All right. Yeah, you all overtake them. Go ahead. My kid just sent me a TikTok the other day about the states pretty much admitting that they know that there is alien life. They know it. It's been in the states, blah, blah, blah. And then when they try to ask him about it more in depth, he's like, I can't speak about that in public. So it's out in the... I'm not surprised.
I always know in our lifetime we're gonna see shit like that. We are.
Absolutely.
Right? There's only so many times you can hold things at bay to calm people. Something's gonna happen.
Well, and especially with the advent of how many cameras there are nowadays, like it's not gonna. You can only keep it covered up for so long, and Christ, now the people on the fucking planet are goofier than anything that can come flying in from the other areas of space. So,
did you see the new Snow White?
No.
Okay,
oh, no.
So you know how Disney remakes things, right?
Like fucking idiots.
Okay.
Is Snow White a gay man? Because that's what I'm expecting him to be.
Snow White. Well, wouldn't that steal a job from a woman? So you don't want to do that. But you also
How dare
don't
you
want
assume their gender?
you also don't want to you also don't want to give the job to a white woman. So Snow White, whose skin is white as snow, is now Latino. It gets better. Seven dwarves. So would you not think this would be an ideal time to hire some really good acting dwarves to play the 7 dwarves?
Oh no.
Now it's 7 mystical creatures of different
What?
heights and ethnicities and secret powers.
So it's not Snow White and the 7 fucking dwarves. Let's say that.
That's exactly what the argument is, that it is not Snow White and the 7 dwarves. It is Snow, Latino, and the 7 mystical creatures. And
Snow Blanco. There's Snow Blanco and her gringos.
There's no prince in it.
That was racist, and I'm sorry, everybody. I've got a really bad sense of humor. Oh my god. Rape, hate, mail to Clay.
There's no prince. There's no prince to kiss her.
What?
It's about a woman.
Does she eat a fucking apple? Does she eat an apple even?
She's a powerful woman who doesn't need a man.
I identify. I
so
identify with that.
They hired you're white. They can't hire you.
Shit.
But yeah, so there's no prince. There's no kiss. There's no dwarves. There's no Snow White.
Okay. So
and the magic mirror on the wall.
Yes.
You no longer ask it who's the fairest because they don't want to pit women against women.
What?
Yeah, you don't want to say one woman is more beautiful than another. That's wrong.
Oh. So did they get rid of magazines on the fucking shelves and stores?
I can't wait to buy a ticket. I want to watch this fucking dumpster fire.
When is that coming out?
I don't know.
Watch. I haven't done Little Mermaid yet because
me neither.
I just can't do it. Honestly, I was a fan of Little Mermaid from the Hans Christian Andersen book.
Okay.
That was illustrated by, I can't even remember his name. Laszlo Gal. Because just amazing artwork. And it was just beautiful. And the real story of Little Mermaid is sad. She washes up as foam on the fucking beach. And it's like, they take these time-honored tales that, I don't know. And I don't know if this is just, I'm a product of systemic racism. I don't fucking know, but don't change it, man. That's what I grew up on. And now here we are. Everything's different. Snow fucking Blanco and the 7 mystical fucking creatures. So then there's no and the whole premise was that she was the fairest in the land because of her snow white fucking skin.
Well, you can't say that.
That's terrible.
That's not
I guess not. That's racism.
Yeah. It's just called Snow White. It comes out March 2024.
Why they should have just called it Snow? Why did they call it Snow fucking White then?
I have no idea, but I definitely want to watch and see what they did because I didn't watch Little Mermaid. I mean, obviously, I'm a Disney fan.
I know you were.
I just never got around to it. Usually, I'm lining up first, but these remakes, I saw Aladdin. Meh. I love Aladdin.
Aladdin was I watched the live remake.
Yeah,
and I was like, it didn't add anything.
Yeah, well,
it was almost a detraction from it,
And the Lion King was almost the exact same movie, from the cartoon.
It was the exact same goddamn movie as the cartoon.
And
they just filmed it. Same with the Jungle Book. But I did like the Jungle Book. Jungle Book wasn't bad.
I loved Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
I loved it. And I loved Maleficent 1 and 2. I thought they were great.
I thought me too. Agreed. Yep.
But yeah, Little Mermaid just didn't appeal to me at all.
No, me neither. It's weird. I get the whole need, the reach out for diversity, and I understand all this stuff. Then create new stories.
Please. Yeah.
To celebrate this diversity. Do we need to really cut out and almost it's like a weird version of burning books? We're going to totally erase this because we don't want to think about it. So we're going to now wash it with a different color and call it okay. It's so fucking hypocritical in my mind. We're not advancing. We're not moving forward. All we keep doing is fucking putting new lipstick on a different pig and calling it something fucking different when no changes actually happen. All we've just done is turn the fucking table on who's getting what. And and now with this writer strike, I'm just like, well, fuck it. Do I even give a fuck anymore? Is there anything new content coming out? All they're doing is slapping a gay man, making something black. and that's about it. And now
Yeah.
they're gonna have a gay love affair. Like, and I love my gays. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love all y'all, but my God, like I don't want to see two straight people fucking swap and spit on a fucking park bench. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's just everywhere.
I don't know. I want to see people swap and spit everywhere I go, but I'm a little bit different. I'm special.
Fucking weirdo. I love that about you. I don't know. When I'm watching this shit, it's just like, it's not doing anything to promote this idea of diversity. It only just makes it look ridiculous, and nobody takes it seriously. They need new, strong stories that reflect these changes. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's time for it to make new fairy tales that incorporate this new awareness that there's more than white people in the world, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I get it, but
Well, I mean,
I don't know. Movies kind of suck shit lately.
You've seen Princess and the Frog, have you not?
Yes.
It's a fucking great movie.
It's a great movie.
And they're remaking that. So now I'm wondering, are they going to change
Are they
the
putting a
lead?
white girl in it?
Are they? Probably not.
Exactly. So,
But I think it's
I
going to be
don't know.
really good. I mean, I love Louisiana. I love the bayou, and I love the
It's a
accents.
great
and
idea.
the
Yes.
food, and the movie is great. I cannot wait to go see that live action one. And I don't think they're going to change much about it.
I don't think they should, but God, look what they're doing to Snow White. I'm going to look that up after we're done. Oh my God. When's that coming out?
March 22nd, 2024.
Oh, so long. Here we go.
So maybe they're going to change a lot of it from now to then, from the backlash. Can you, have you seen Coco?
Yeah.
The Pixar one? Coco's great.
I
Can you
love
imagine
Coco.
if they said they were going to do Coco live action and it's no longer set in Mexico? It's now set in Alabama and it's white people.
Right.
Do you think that they would ever do that? Or you can't go backwards? You can't go that way.
Can't go that way, man.
Hmm.
You know what I've been noticing too lately? I was just talking about this with a friend the other day. It's like watching these movies now where it's good to see that, people of color are taking these lead roles.
Fuck yeah.
But what I don't seem to like is that now it's okay for them to be, I don't know, like maybe if we're talking about movies in the fucking 80s movies just hands down were racist, sexist, you fucking name it. They did not give two shits. It was said. So now you got these leads that are people of color who are now like, oh yeah, white people like you to laugh at all their jokes. And it's like, so now the racism gets to be reversed because it's okay. Because I know that I personally wasn't responsible for the systemic fucking racial divide that's happened across a continent. Do you know what I mean? But now, just because of a color of a skin that I had no fucking choice in either, now I get to get called out too, because now I'm the wrong color for a fucking movement.
And the wrong gender.
Yeah, right.
And the wrong gender.
Right, and I'm a cisgender. What the fuck ever that shit means. Fuck, man, I don't know. It's a weird time. What a time to be alive. But you know what? Guess what? I'm a homeowner. Fuck them. I'm gonna buy guns. I'm gonna fucking barricade myself on my land. I got raspberries, apples.
Do you think that it's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse?
I think that we already are at the point where it's worse and worse and worse. I think you're starting to see, like, I'm starting to see it with my kid, and he's 20, and his friends, where they think all this shit is ridiculous. Zoomers think this shit is so fucking dumb. They see, because usually with the Zoomers, it's a Gen Xer that was their parent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And us Gen Xers didn't give two fucks about what anybody had to say about shit. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we were common sense and we're straight to the fucking point, and we knew how to be self-reliant. And now our kids are starting to see this, and I see with my child, he's starting to understand. He's like, this is ridiculous. And it's like, exactly. How does this idea promote a positive spin, like just on how certain things are reflected, like by adding this diversity just as a splash of color instead of actually giving it a solid screenplay and proper attention and proper this and
well, it's like you said, it's slapping lipstick on. It's not putting in new gears. It's not putting in a new engine.
That's right. And
it's
like,
just,
and we're trying to be in a new time, in a new era, in a new this with nothing fucking new. We're recycling it, painting it a different color and saying, look at us, how much we've fucking grown. Oh, what a joke. What a fucking joke. So I really hope that we don't get progressively worse, because I don't know where the fuck does it lead. Because now lately when I'm hearing on like Twitter, you hear these kids that are saying, yeah, I don't want to do a job if I don't got to wake up before 10:30 a.m. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And it's like, okay, so what, are we just raising another fucking welfare culture where you're not going to get a job?
No, it's not a welfare thing. What it's turning into is these kids are living at home till they're 30 or 40, and then their parents die and give them the house. Like they're not, they're not.
My kids fucking waiting on now.
they're not doing stuff that they don't want to do. So they don't want to go to work. They don't want to talk to a customer. They don't care about a paycheck, because if they have internet, they have everything they need.
That's right.
All they need is access to YouTube, TikTok, and online video games. They don't need anything. They don't have driver's licenses. They don't have cars. They don't want to pay for it.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't want the responsibility. They don't give a shit. As long as they keep living in their parents' house and their bills are zero, they can go get that job that starts them after 10:30.
And whose fucking fault is that? The goddamn parents allowing it to happen. See, with my kid doesn't want to learn how to fucking drive either. And I told him, well, guess what? I just bought a house in the fucking woods. So guess what you're going to do? You're going to learn how to drive. And it's too goddamn bad. You're going to get a beater. This is how life works.
Yeah.
You got bills to fucking pay. I ain't always going to pay for them. And I want you to start paying me back. You know, like this whole thing where I've got to keep this fucker in a nest. Like, I was out of the house when I was 15 years old, traveling with the fair. Sorry, Mom.
Okay.
But,
think about that. Okay. Do you want that for your kid? I mean, a little bit of splash here and a splash there would be nice.
I would like some independence.
Yeah.
So a drive to want to be independent.
So it's
because
the
that's
drive.
how I see it. There is no drive these days.
That's what you want.
There is no drive.
You don't want him to experience what you experience. You just want him to have the motivation to move forward.
To understand that he should move forward. That to stand in one place, what kind of life is that? To not want to experience? I don't understand that. These kids can sit in a fucking room for weeks and not move, and I would lose my goddamn mind.
Yeah.
You know? It's just, I just don't understand. So like for my kid, and it was just looking at certain aspects. Like I was a single mom. My mom and my grandma helped me out a lot. And they were old school. Oh yeah, oh, he's hungry. He's hungry, feed him. Oh. And they'd like fucking, like the kid had the best service growing up. And that's the disservice that I did for him. Because I didn't have that growing up. My mom wasn't that great of a parent, and I love her to death, and she knows it. But her lack was where I learned, and I became somebody that I knew I had to account for myself, you know, and then trying to provide what I think is a better life for my son, where he doesn't want for anything. And now now he doesn't even want to work. And now he doesn't even want to drive. He does have no wants because I took care of them all, you know? And so where did he learn to rely on himself? He never had to. So now I've got to force the issue. And because I love him enough, I'm going to do that, you know? Instead of going, yeah, mommy will pay for you for the rest of your fucking life. Like, honestly, this house is exciting for me because it is something that I can pass down to my son. Yeah. And I do like that idea. But I don't want to just hand it over to him willy-nilly. No. I want to see him go through a goddamn journey first. And then that's your end game prize, my son. After I've put all my time, energy, and effort into it, sell it and buy crack. I guess who fucking knows. But
you don't know. Put it in your will that he can't get possession of the house until he's 50. Sorry.
Yeah, really appreciate it. He's paying rent to the estate.
Yeah. Can you imagine that there's a monthly fee that he has to pay until he can get possession at 50?
That'd be fucking amazing.
The money just goes into a savings account that he gets when he turns 50.
Yeah, that's right.
But it taught him to save it. It taught him that he had to go to work to save it because he wasn't making it any other way.
Well, and see, now what I've got him on the plan is when he moved back out west and he discovered that, well, everybody and their dog is moving because Alberta's hiring. Whoa. The propaganda Alberta machine is in full swing. All right.
Really?
And he believed the hype. Oh yeah. There are billboards down here, ads. Alberta's hiring.
Are we?
Gets there.
Are we?
Exactly. So that's what he just discovered. I said, well, now you know who Alberta is hiring, and it ain't you. They don't want any more unskilled trades. Are you in the hydrogen industry? Are you in the oil industry? Are you in a trade? No. Guess what? No jobs for you. And he didn't get a goddamn job. The only job he could get was canvassing door to door to fucking UNICEF.
Wait, you get paid
UNICEF.
for that? I thought that was volunteer work.
No, because UNICEF it's all come out that they're really not all fully not for profit.
Oh,
So, and then my kid's like, yeah, I'm going to get $17 an hour. They call it sales. If I get 6 sales in a week, I'll get $17 an hour. And I'm like, and that doesn't give you a little idea of how hard it is to sell.
what if he doesn't get 6 sales? Does he get
Minimum
$0?
wage.
Okay.
Minimum wage, right? So, but my kid here in Nova Scotia, he had great jobs for his skill set and making $16, $17 an hour. So he went out west thinking, oh, I'm going to be making 20, 25. And then, oh, I can barely make minimum wage, which is bullshit, Mom. 13 something an hour. I'm like, yeah, bud, you're preaching to the fucking choir. I said, I had you set up to get going to nursing school, and you decided to go out west because you know more than me. So now what do you want to do? So now he does. He understands because I said, you'd be an idiot to not go into nursing in the province of Nova Scotia. 10 years guaranteed employment.
Nice.
10 years. A client of mine, her daughter's been a travel nurse for a year and a half. The girl just bought a $300,000 home.
Fuck me.
Year and a half. She don't got no man either. She's 27 years old.
So you want him to be a nurse? Because I mean, the money's amazing. Like I just Googled that shit, and
It's
between
crazy.
$80 and $110 an hour.
Yeah. And then if he does what's called a travel nurse, which is what this girl is doing, she travels to these communities and she'll stay there for 3 months. They make pretty much double that because they get all of the overtime. And because my kid's all about, well, I want summers off and I want this and I want that. And I said, then you start looking at a career where you can afford to take that time off, but still maintain life. Like you're going to need your own place. You're going to need to have a car. You're going to need, all this shit. So like, you like games, you like paying for them. Well, I know I don't enjoy paying for them anymore. So when he started looking at it, because he did I ever tell you about how my kid announced the whole, you know what, Mom, just don't think I want to work hard. I'm like, well,
when you just said like, oh, I want summers off. I'm thinking like you haven't earned a Tuesday off.
That's right.
You haven't earned mornings off. You haven't earned evenings off.
Exactly.
You've worked like 2 jobs. 2
fucking jobs. He's already determined.
Yeah.
I don't want to work hard. But you know what? Because I didn't want to do good in high school. I barely graduated. I don't want to work hard. So I was like, guess what, fucker? You're going to go get upgrading. You'll go back to school.
Yeah.
And this is what you're going to do. Because I said, you're going to pick nursing or you're picking a fucking trade. And either or, you go. Because he can be making killer fucking money in about 2 years.
Yeah.
Nursing. Even if he doesn't go full LPN, RPN, even if he doesn't do that, these care home workers make 45 to 55 fucking dollars an hour. Like, what?
I'm
2 years out of school?
I'm picturing Ben Stiller with Adam Sandler and the old lady.
Right?
Oh, this is a terrible human being.
And then, because I have some really good contacts here in regards to nursing, right? Like the one lady I do work for, she's like decides curriculum for the nursing college here. And so I was talking to her about my son, and she's like, he would get so many grants because he would be a male in a female-dominated industry. So there's lots of availability for him to get grants to go to school to take this course. Like,
it sounds like he just needs to get his bootstraps pulled up.
So so he's coming home. He flies home on August 26th, and we've got a plan in place. He's doing online upgrading.
Yeah,
because he's got to bring up some of his marks. He's going to apply at a university here called St. Francis Xavier, about his inaugural. What an inaugural! Yes, and which is good because they have a good entry level. Like, because Dalhousie, which is a reputable university here, they've got a higher thing. And when I was talking to this contact of mine, she's like, we prefer the St. FX students because they're more hands-on. get the ones from Dal, and they're just book smart. Like they're just really smart, but they've never feet to the pavement, hands to the ground. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
So that's kind of where they're. Ooh, I had lost you. That's kind of where they're saying St. FX was good, and their entrance is only like 65%. So I said to my kid, you can do that in your fucking sleep. You know what I mean? So get your upgrading, and then you apply for the winter schedule. But the fact is like here, I have to be. I feel like I need to be the one that's actively going, you got to get your fucking shit together, because he doesn't know to tell himself that. Like when I was on the fair, just to kind of different time, different eras, like this is like late 90s. I came to a realization, because I got really good at the carnival. Like I can fucking talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And I got really good at it. And I was like, I kind of realized I was the upper echelon, if you will, of the carnival of carnies, right? I was the queen of the fucking carnies, and I realized this. And then when I realized that, I was like, oh, but this is really as far as that goes.
Yeah.
You know, and which isn't really fucking far on a midway, on some parking lot in a fucking strange city. You know what I mean? But it took me to kind of come to that realization where I was like, this isn't enough. And then I was like, I'll give the trades a try, you know? And I knew I was going to have to go work, but like him to go, I have to be told. He's good that he's listening to it, and now he understands, because of this fucking kid. This goddamn kid kills me. I have this awesome plan, set him up, lined him up, and he's like, yeah, I'm moving back to Alberta. His dad says, your idea is dumb.
Okay, perfect, yeah.
And because he'd get a summer vacation. It's the only fucking reason why the kid left, because he got summer vacation. I'm not even kidding. And so he ended up having a few random conversations on public transport where these people, and this is where I'm like, oh, this is where life intervenes, you know? Like sometimes life gives you the signs. And he had two separate conversations where these people were older people that talked to him and were like, if I could go back in time, if I were your age, what I would do different is I would do this. And the one was like, I would do nursing, because what an amazing career, this, time off, good pay, great retirement. It happened to him twice. So then he's like, Mom, you know what? I think you're right about the nursing. Fuck, it only took two strangers on a bus to fucking
at
make
least
him realize it.
He can admit that you were right.
Yeah, he knows, yeah. Look. So I was like, okay, well, and then I told him, I said, I've only ever had your best interests in mind. Like my only agenda is to make sure that you're okay, that when I leave this earthly soil, you're okay. You're going to be okay. Because I know I've taught you how to fucking take care of yourself, right? And like, this isn't okay. You're not wanting to drive and do this. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's not independence. That's not freedom. These kids don't know what freedom is, because they think their freedom is on fucking line. They stare into a screen and think they're free. It's so cute.
Can you imagine him walking to a job interview? Yeah, I need weekends off. I need evenings off. I don't want to start before 10:30. I need my summers off. And what's the maximum your employees get paid? I need that.
Yeah. So he does about 3 of those already.
Yeah. Great.
And and so there's been instances though where I've corrected him on his work behavior. He would tell me a work story like he was in the right.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what did you just fucking do? I was like, you just let your fucking team down is what you just did.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, and just never knew how to think about it like this until I was like, I'd call him out on some shit, like bad behavior, where I just was like, dude, you're a member of a fucking team. Are you aware of that? Like, it's not the Devon J. Cote Hotel. Like, you just talk to everybody like they were your subordinate by the sounds of it. And what do? Clean off cum stains off fucking sheets. So I don't know where you're coming off. Because, like, I'll slam him right back down to the ground. And then he's like, oh, okay. Oh, now I understand.
I like teaching my kids lessons. I think it's a good parenting tactic to make them think,
it is.
Oh, fuck, I'm pretty lucky that I was treated like that because I learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So 20 years old, we'll see how he does. But I hope he's smart enough. He's certainly smart enough. He doesn't give a shit about gore. And like, because there was a few things when we were talking about nursing initially where he was like, well, I'm not going to wipe no ass. I'm not going to do this. So that's why he didn't want to do it at first, right? But in one of these random conversations, it came up that it just becomes just another surface you clean. You clean so many fucking things, it doesn't even matter what you clean it anymore. You got your goddamn gloves on, you're cleaning it, and you're moving to the next thing to clean.
It's like a porn star. It's just another dick, just another hole.
Right.
It's just another surface to get laid on. It's just another paycheck.
Surface. That's right.
That's all it is. Speaking of porn, but not really speaking of porn. I've got a would you rather I think you would be really good at.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Most of them you're really entertaining with all of your answers. I think one of my favorites was shitting at a wedding or shitting at a church funeral, and you're like, you're a fucking psycho if you're gonna shit your pants.
That's right.
And it's like, all right, yeah. I mean, but the alternative, you're like, no, you're a fucking psycho if you shit your pants and you sit in it. Like, I'm sorry.
That's straight up, man. No. So I still feel the same way.
You know who Foghorn Leghorn is?
Of course I do.
Of course I do. Okay. So would you rather have
I said, of course I do, I said.
There we go. Would you rather have Foghorn Leghorn be pounding you from behind while you're both facing a mirror, pulls your hair with every thrust, and keeps repeating the phrase and only repeating this phrase, I say, girl, this is quite the view I have. All you could do is see the mirror of the giant rooster pounding you, saying that again and again and again. Or would you rather have Forrest Gump doing you missionary, and he just stares at you, gazing into your eyes, and keeps repeating, Dora, I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is.
I'd be like, you get back down there until you find that one chocolate in the box, boy. Get down there.
I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is.
Jenny. He just calls me Jenny. Doesn't even matter. Jenny.
Which one would you rather have?
Forrest Gump rich. He's a rich motherfucker.
Yeah, but just because you're having sex with him, I mean, I guess it's love.
He's dumb. He's not a smart man. Okay, but you know what? Honestly, let's break it down because I feel this is a very easy answer for me.
Okay.
I think I'd pick Foghorn Leghorn.
Because you never fucked a rooster.
I've never fucked a rooster. And I have one tattooed on my arm right here.
Oh, look at that.
Right? But number one, he's pulling my hair like a bad boy, and I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And he would, I said. Oh my God, I said. I think I'd start saying it too. And I think we both be like, oh my God, I think I'll say it better. I said it better.
Can you imagine the neighbors listening to that? It would be fucking awesome.
And then I'd be like, can I pluck a couple of your tail feathers? I want to wear them to work. I'm going to put them in my hair. The fucking roach clip dangling from my crimped hair. Remember that shit?
He might end up telling you he's not a smart man, but he knows what love is.
He loved me. I'd be like, you're the biggest cock I've ever loved.
I
say you were the biggest. Now, my fear of Forrest is sometimes when they're kind of touched like that, they drool and they're drooly.
I was just going to say,
I really don't like that. You know, like,
Well, and don't forget, he's doing you
spitting on something a little bit different than getting. Yeah, that's what I mean. So just Foghorn Leghorn's in the back. He could be spitting. I said. He do whatever he wants. It's gonna land on my ass, on my fucking face. I don't want to see it. You know, it's all about the scenes. Like, my God.
So you're getting plowed by a giant rooster.
I would do it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I don't want anybody saying I love you. I'm sorry, but I'm done with that.
The air pull and say, I said that's the best view I said. Sounds very appreciative of the view.
Yes.
That's nice.
But he's also looking directly in a mirror at himself.
Well, I'm there too.
True.
You know, I'm in the peripheral. I don't know how good at eyes. Like, is he like the cartoon? So like the eyes are in the front, predator eyes? Or is it like weird bird? Or he's like, I see you looking up the side. But one eye's looking at me, right? One eye's like, can they do that?
Oh yeah,
one eye's like staring at
me. Two different ones.
So he could be looking at him and he be looking at me.
Nice.
That's love. That's nice.
Well,
I said that's the biggest cock I ever did. Well,
since you answered that one so nicely, I've got another one that I've been asking people, and one of the guys I asked, he added something to it. But I'm just going to tell you how I'm going to say it to you how I said it to him.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Would you rather have current 77 or 80-year-old Arnold Schwarzenegger, like full beard, bristly Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Okay.
You're riding his mouth,
Oh,
And every
okay.
time you're grinding, he's just going.
You're asking the wrong woman. Okay, go on.
This goes on for 5 minutes. Or
Oh.
would you rather have you down on all fours and Sylvester Stallone is putting a pinky in your brown eye and then putting it in your mouth and making you suck it off for the same 5 minutes?
Gross. Okay. Gross.
Hold
Number
on.
one.
Hold on. The guy that I
Okay.
asked, he's like, can I remove the and change it to just kindergarten cop quotes? And I was like,
It's
yes,
not a
better.
tuba.
You got to answer these questions immediately.
Yeah, it can only be shit from Predator. Get in the chopper. I fucking love that, man. That'd be great.
Every time
I'll
you're
be
grinding on his
back.
mouth.
Oh
So-
my god. So I think there's a couple of this is an interesting question on a few levels.
It's more interesting because there's one stipulation. With the
Oh
Arnold
god.
one, you have to pay $1,000.
What?
But with the Sylvester one, you get paid $2,000.
Well, it's because I gotta fucking lick shit off my finger. No fucking kidding.
but it's
my
your own.
fucking god.
It's your own. And after the
still.
after the third or something poke, is there much left? Because he's
Oh.
cleaned you out. The figure's
Oh.
what goes in.
Like, is he spitting first? Like, is it just like straight dry rotten? Or is it like what's
the-
happening here? Like, is it diluted?
The first
like-
one is dry, but the second one is your own spit because it was in your mouth.
Oh man. Well, I think I'd still have to pay Arnie. I'd fuck Arnie once. I'd pay $1,000. And you know why? Everybody's gonna shit on the finger, Clay. Nobody wants a fucking shitty finger in their fucking mouth. That's why.
That's
Same
not
ones where you
true.
don't shit your pants in a fucking church. Well, okay, sorry. There's a very small minority of people, and I'm sorry if I'm offending you out there that want shit in their mouth. And I get it.
Just Germans.
Those, what is it? Coprophilia? No, coprophagia.
I don't know the name. I just call them Shiza
I
videos.
think so. Yeah, poop eaters, shit eaters. That's what they fucking are. But anyway, I think that would provide a lovely vibration in addition to the prickly stimulation from the fucking beard. I don't know about riding a cactus. Like, that's gonna be rough. But you know, I think I'd get him mad enough. I like learn one bad German thing to fucking Scheiße and just fucking screaming at him until he like flipped me around and fucking started doing me dirty, you know?
See, the question
And not put
usually
nothing in my fucking mouth. Like, what the fuck?
the question usually gets asked to a guy, so it's teabagging, and you just feel the bristles spiking you into your gooch and your nutsack. So with a girl, it's a little bit different. You're getting some sort of pleasure out of it, but for a guy, it's just a prickly, pokey cactus on your gooch.
He's like, no, I want to lick my fucking shit off Sylvester Stallone's finger.
No.
But you know, it's his fucking droopy eye that freaks me out about Sylvester.
You're facing the other way. It's from behind. You're getting $2,000.
I'm gonna know. I'm like, like trying to fuck Jean Chrétien. Like one side of the face. Like, I don't know if he had a stroke.
Oh god, that'd be hot. Fucking him and Sylvester Stallone at the same time.
I pay $2,000.
There, and no kindergarten cop quotes, none.
No, they'd have to still say them. They'd be like, "It's not a tumor." I don't know. It's the worst impression ever, but here we fucking are.
So
it's not a tumor. No, I think I just sound like Tony Danza. I'm not sure, but
no, you got to be
Angela.
you got to be like the guy from the YouTube. So he's watching movie trailers and he's Arnold Schwarzenegger commenting on it.
Oh my god!
You got to Google Arnold Schwarzenegger movie trailer, The Predator and The Karate Kid. They're fucking genius.
Sweet. Oh, I will have to. That's funny shit.
Especially the
He's
Karate
like
Kid
a
one.
solid bet of comedy gold. Fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. I tell you right now. Yeah.
If you haven't watched Fubar on Netflix, watch it.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet. It is good, eh?
Yeah. He's a spy and his family's. It's great. It's fucking awesome. It was so much fun.
It's kind of like goes back to True Lies, like
pretty much.
Like
it's like that.
I love that movie. That's my favorite Schwarzenegger movie for sure.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Yeah, watch Fubar. And I just finished Harley Quinn on Netflix. That show is beyond fucking awesome. I didn't know what I was watching. I like.
Is it the cartoon or live action?
Yeah, it's the cartoon.
Yeah, I was watching those on Adult Swim, and it is good. Yeah.
Oh my god, just the one with the giant. Like they go to Storybook Land and they're fighting Jack and the giant beanstalk. So they're fighting the giant.
Oh, that's right.
Right. And Harley's like, let's kick his ass. And Ivy's like, hey, Harley, aren't you kind of wondering how big that giant's dick is? She's like, yeah, obviously, Ivy, I am. but can we beat him up first and then talk about it later? Yeah, it's
and now they're just hardcore dykes. Love it.
yeah, and now there's more seasons, but Netflix doesn't have them. Makes me sad. Anyway,
Yeah, they'll get them soon. You can stream them.
I've only got 2 minutes, so pick your quickie.
Oh, I don't know. You pick my quickie. I don't know.
I'm not really a quickie guy.
I mean, either. I don't know. It like takes me a minute to get into it, and then I'm there. Then I'm in there like
a minute. Wow, I usually walk around hard, so I'm ready to go. But it usually doesn't take.
I'm just waiting to hardly walk.
Oh, nice.
You're gonna have to come visit me. You're gonna have to come see me and come see my house.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the well, and we can tie a rope. I can climb down. It'd be fun.
Like, Clay, I'm down here in the well, Clay. You're like, I fucking know this joke. And I'm like, I didn't put down a fucking thing, man.
There. Yeah, I'm down. I would prefer not the winter, but
no, there's always next year. You gotta go see fucking YouTube and see me and tell me what the hell the spear is all about.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking epic.
Yeah, it will.
I hope so. Not as epic as owning a house.
Oh, you already own one of those, so it's my turn now.
I already own one, and I've only got $5,000 left on the mortgage.
Fuck you. Meanest thing you've said to me all day.
I have been selling the stuff behind me.
Yes.
Just getting rid of it step by step. My plan is to not owe anybody anything.
That'll be good.
Because
it'll be good.
I see the government trying to take more and more of our shit.
Yeah, it's unfucking believable, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
And food costs way too much.
Oh, agreed.
Yeah.
It's not a good time to be in that kind of business.
Although you are lucking out. You have what, blueberries and raspberries on the land?
And apple trees. I got like 3 apple trees.
That's awesome. Don't build a tree house in the apple trees because the fruit on those trees doesn't bear very well.
Good to know.
Yep. That's what we learned from the peach trees we had. The fruit out of those trees.
Interesting.
Very well. Then again, there was lots of nails and weight, and it wasn't pruned properly.
I got a perfect stand of 4 big oaks in the other side on the Hidden Valley side. That's what I'm going to call it. My Hidden Valley.
Dora's Hidden Valley?
Yeah. Love it.
Dora's Ewok Village?
Oh, it's going to happen.
I love it. Well, that's awesome to hear. I'm glad we finally got to catch up because it's been way too long. Exactly. And sorry for texting you so late last night. I was lying in bed thinking like, oh, fuck, I have time all afternoon tomorrow.
It was good.
I'm going to talk to Dora if she approves and accepts and gives consent. Of course. Right?
Of course. Consent culture.
And how was your Chinese food?
It was delicious, delightful. The honey garlic ribs, perfection.
So honey garlic ribs with a bone, or honey garlic ribs without
with the bone? With the bone.
Yep.
And they're fall off good. And it's a perfect blend of honey, ginger, and garlic. And good God, delicious. And soy sauce. So good.
I always find it so hard to find a favorite Chinese place. And I was able to find one in Abbotsford, and I stopped there every fucking time. The one I went to in Lloyd here is shut down, but the guy he bought part of a different Chinese place. So some of the food tastes like his old place, but not all of it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, the rice is good, the spring rolls are good, and the chow mein is good, but everything else wasn't his. I could tell.
Oh, yeah, shit.
50%. That's not bad.
Not bad. It took me a while to find a good Chinese place too. So I finally found one good dim sum place and one good Chinese food. And fuck, man, you'd think that there'd be more good Asian cuisine here, but no.
I'm gonna try some. I'm gonna hope to find. I'm going to Europe in a couple weeks. I'm gonna hang out with my mom for a couple days. Yeah, and I'm hoping to eat some Chinese food. I haven't had it in Switzerland before or Italy, so I'm gonna.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm in Italy for like 4 days, and I can only eat pizza.
You're hitting the McDicks too. I know that.
Right. Obviously.
The McBolognese.
they actually have little pizza pockets, little tiny strombolis, little mini ones, like the size of chicken wings.
Oh, I want some of those.
Fuck. And you should right now get it on the go, because after we hang up, you're gonna watch Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator.
Yes,
trailer,
I am.
Arnold Schwarzenegger Karate Kid trailer, and then look up Italian McDonald's and Switzerland McDonald's and Austrian McDonald's, and look at the desserts.
Okay, fuck.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna
strawberry
now it's getting serious.
Buttermilk cake.
Ooh, what?
And it's vegan, and I've had it before, and it's actually fucking good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what they make with it, what their butter, as I air quotes, butter cream, but it's good. It's fantastic.
That's awesome, man. Holy shit.
Yeah. McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh, and Chinese
Loving
food.
it. And Chinese food, yeah.
Well, I had it
Yeah, check it out.
in Sweden, no, Finland.
And
It was good. It was at a mall. I was looking for a shawarma, reindeer shawarma. I couldn't find it anywhere.
I would have eaten the shit out of that. Yeah,
Right?
yum.
I couldn't find it
Yeah.
anywhere. So then we went to a mall. I went to the food court thinking I could find some sort of reindeer dish because there's a fucking food court. I'm looking around. It's like just general shit that I normally eat. And I was like, I'm gonna get Chinese food in Finland, and it was good. Yeah, the chow mein, the rice, the sweet and sour
Interesting.
pork, all of it was awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So hopefully I find stuff in the foreign lands, Switzerland and Italy.
Yeah, well, let me know. Keep me posted. I want to know.
Oh, that won't be as good as yours, but
Oh, well,
you-
whatever. You got to deal with it somehow, right?
that's right. I deal with it by going to McDonald's.
Terrible.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go.
All
I do have to be at work and
Go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I see that.
Even
Drive
though
that bitch fast.
when I applied for the job, I said no weekends and no shift after 6.
And no working hard. What?
Yeah, and no summers. And here I am, summertime after 6 on a weekend. It's
What a
almost like
sucker.
that's how you have to do it to make money.
Weird, eh?
Yeah.
It's a fucking bitch. I know.
Yeah, it
The
is.
right bitch.
All right. Well, we'll catch up
All right,
soon
darling.
enough.
Yeah, we'll talk soon.
All right. It was
Take it easy.
fantastic.
Yeah, I miss you. I was good seeing you, talking to you.
Peace out. Know-it-alls if you're even still here.
See ya.
See ya.
I mean, there's some stuff in there. I just kind of went on random little things and just put shit in there. I don't even really remember what's in there, but I'm sure we could get a few episodes out of what's in there now.
Okay. Well, I'll go through it after I'm done cooking dinner for these guys. I'll go through the list and
Yeah, like I had one on social media, one on like medical mysteries
Anomalies?
or medical strange, like strange medical things, whatever. Those are two that kind of stand out that I have good enough that I could probably talk about.
Do you have any medical anomalies about yourself you want to talk about?
No, I haven't had any. I
How
haven't
about
had
the
anything interesting.
How about the collapsed lung child?
Yeah.
I mean, he's gangly, right? And it's a
Yeah,
gangly.
he's gangly, and it's a gangly disease. Not a disease, but whatever.
I like the word gangly. It's not hot at all. Like at all. Not even close.
No, not at all. Like a troll.
Oh,
Or like
damn.
an ogre. That's what it
He's
makes me think
so
of.
fucking gangly. My God.
Look
Bring
at
your-
those limbs.
Bring that gangle over here. Anyway. All right. It was a good chat. Sorry that it took so long.
Yes. Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna go eat something now.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye-bye.